Governor Josh Stein visited Greensboro today to celebrate Black History Month. Took time to tour the International Civil Rights Center and Museum. While he looked at the displays, he also took some time to answer questions about issues facing North Carolina, including national policies limiting diversity, equity, and inclusion. Fox 8's Cassie Fambro spoke to Governor Stein, joins us in the studio now live. And Cassie, you were saying several things seem to really affect him.
Yeah, Michael, you could really tell he was listening intently to that tour, reflecting on the civil rights movement, especially as it pertains to Greensboro, as the tour guide took time to reflect on the Greensboro Four and the legacy of Avant Johnson.
In the corner, we see the men that we call the A&T Four.
Greensboro is deeply entrenched within the history of the civil rights movement, and it's displayed within the International Civil Rights Center and Museum in downtown.
You even see Dr. King, who was arrested 39 different times, once charged with excessive speeding while driving.
The tour guide told stories of discrimination based on race.
It was absolutely impossible for him to be charged with that because he wasn't driving the car.
North Carolina Governor Josh Stein listened intently along his first tour of the museum.
Proud and gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. The church was at the heart of the civil rights movement.
Stein was also able to reflect on the political history of the state he now governs.
Even here in North Carolina, 4 black men were elected to the House of Representatives.
After touring the museum and hearing stories of systemic racism and oppression, Stein was asked about proposed House Bill 171, which would ban diversity, equity, and inclusion policies at the state level. When asked about the bill, Stein did not take a stance.
Well, I haven't seen the bill, but what I can tell you is I want to recruit and retain the best people in state government, and I will do what it takes to get those people in and then to keep them.
When pressed about DEI policies, he again did not take a stance.
We want to have the best state government possible. We want a government that serves the interests of the people.
He took time to commend the legacy of the Greensboro Four, standing in front of the Woolworths counter where they sat steadfast in 1960 at the eatery that only served white people just 64 years ago.
The 4 young men who came to this lunch counter and sat down to demand equality, demand fair treatment, they helped move and change this country in so many ways. We are all the beneficiaries, and it's my treat to be here today.
Stein was named co-chair of the Council of Governors just last week by President Donald Trump. That's a bipartisan group of governors who work with federal officials to improve state and federal responses to incidents like Hurricane Helene. Michael.
Cassie, speaking about